Alright, what's up guys? This is a strat that I came up with called Frenzy. This is going to be on the A side of cache, mainly used from 4 people and 1 person on the lurk over at B. So just to get the lurk out right now, the lurk, which will probably just be, I'll just name him as player 5 since he's a lurk. The lurk is going to come around here and kind of just hold the rotate on B. Not even really hold the rotate yet, really just kind of like spot if someone runs around, you know, take this guy out. And if he needs to, just get in here, let him know that your presence is over here. Just take a couple pot shots, really. Figure out, you know, there's no guy back here. You're really just kind of hiding. You might want to even take your smoke and throw it down over here. That's a little bit of a bad one, but usually when people throw this smoke, or whenever there's a smoke here, they cross over to checkers, and then everybody's eyes over here on B side are coming over to this area mainly. So even like when you're the lurk over here on this position, you probably want to come around here, chill out here for a second, make sure no one, you know, comes around here, get back over here. If there's no op that shot at you, you know, get out, throw your smoke so it looks like we're crossing, and then even if you want, throw a flash in there. And then after that, you're gonna want to come back over here, probably lurk a little bit, so that you can get back over here and hold the mid rotate for the A strat that's about to be going on. And by this point, when you're already over here in mid, the strat's already going on, or has just started. So being that it's just started, the eyes are probably being taken off mid and looking more towards A. So since the eyes are more towards A, the people on B are just not going to be starting to rotate because there's a hell lot of smokes going in, and the guys on mid are already rotated over to A. So you're gonna want to probably even come out here, look around out here a little bit. You know, chill out, just see what's going on, be a little slow, be a little patient. There's a guy on highway, you can take the guy on highway out, and then if there's nobody there, you want to get into here so that we can cover off the rotate over to truck or through mid in general. Alright, so now that we got the lurk out of the way, we're going to move over here to the actual strategy on A site. We're going to send 3 people over into A, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to send 1 guy through Squeaky over there. So I'll cover the A main part first. So when we come into A main, our whole strategy is we want to get this smoked off. We want to get this smoked off around here, so that way this isn't very visible. Like, this is not a, oh god, this is not a visible. I'm so bad with no clip. This isn't really visible. They can't see out of this, so what they're going to do is they're going to want to rotate around. Anyway, now that ugly note clip display is gone. So we want to get our smokes right there and right there. That being said, we want to completely almost ignore this side of the A site because this is smoked off. So this is where the 3 players come in. Player 1, with your smoke, you're going to get up, line yourself along with this crack right here on the wall. It's right here, right beside this metal door. So you're going to want to line up here on this crack. It can be like a little off like this or a little off like this. I don't really care. It doesn't have to be perfectly in the middle because the smoke still works anyway. So whenever you get this, when you're on the wall, you take your smoke and you're going to want to line it up with this middle dot right here and this middle dot right here, and you're going to put it like right in the middle right there. So you're going to get yourself lined up, quickly lined up. It doesn't have to be long or anything. You're going to aim it right here in the middle of these 2 and these 2. So you're just going to get it, aim up, and you're going to want to run with 1 step and throw. So like run, once you've hit 1 step, you throw. That's going to throw the smoke. So then when you throw this smoke, player 1, you're going to want to get up into this area right here. You're just going to want to chill out on this wall, hold your gun out just in case anybody runs in quickly. You can take him out, or if you do die, you're going to be able to get the someone else. Player 3 is going to be able to get the trade kill because player 3 is going to basically be standing back here the whole entire time until it's his turn for the strat. So when you throw that smoke, you're going to 1, 2, throw the smoke, get up here, and get ready on this wall. So your job after you throw that smoke is just sit here and wait for a couple seconds while player 2 throws his smoke and his flash. So player 2, you're going to be positioned around here with your gun out until player 1 throws his smoke and gets up. And once player 1 throws his smoke, you're going to get up here and get ready for your smoke. You're going to line up with your crack as well, and you're going to want to throw in the area of right here, in the middle of right here, and you want to throw like in the middle right here-ish. So when you do throw this, you're going to want to line up on the crack, aim right here, and you're also going to want to take it You're gonna maybe want to take a step and throw. Okay, yeah. You're gonna want to take a step and throw-ish. Let me see if I can get it better real quick. This is a kind of tricky smoke. So you're gonna want to aim right here. Throw. Let's see what that is. Yeah, see, that is bad. And if you don't run when you're throwing the smoke, you're gonna smoke us off in A main, and that's not good. Not good at all. So you're gonna want to line up here, and you're gonna want to aim around this area right here, in the middle of this and this. You're gonna want to aim in this general direction, and you're gonna want to run and throw, just like the other smoke. So when that smoke's set off, this area right here is smoked off, this area is here smoked off, and this area even right here is pretty smoked off. You can see feet, and you might try shooting, but this is where this part comes into plan. Because if a guy is playing right here, and he doesn't see anybody right here, his two options are to do this, which might take a little while, and do this and get ready for you to come out, or he's going to try and get right here, see feet, or he's going to just try to wrap around the site. So once we have these two smokes down, I'll throw these for you really quick. We're going to have this one right here and this one right here, which will be better. It'll be lined up actually. I'm just doing that for right now. Alright, now once we have this, player 1, you are still right here waiting. Both smokes are down. Player 2, you have just thrown your smoke. You've just thrown your in the middle area smoke right here. Run, throw. And then you're going to get right back up here after you've thrown that smoke and line yourself up with the middle of this door right here. Doesn't have to be perfect just like the other one, as long as you're lined up. And now when you're with your flash, you're going to aim for this area right here in the cracks of this little like connection right angle, and you're going to want to do a double throw, which is, if you don't know, it is holding down your left click and holding down your right click as well. So if you were to just hold down your left click, it would just throw it like that. If you were to hold down your right click, it would throw it like that. But when we hold down our both clicks, it's going to throw it like that. More of a toss thing. So whenever we get up on this post right here, we're going to hold both down, and we're going to aim for this little 90-degree angle right here, this right angle, and you're just going to want to throw. And that is going to flash in this area right here, which is, if a guy is playing right here, which he shouldn't be because the smokes are there, it's going to flash him. If he's sitting right here waiting to see feet, it's going to flash him. If he's sitting right here for no reason, which is a very awkward spot, but it is kind of an off angle, it's going to flash him. And also, if there was a guy playing up here, it might not flash him as well. And if he's playing right here, it probably will flash him just a little tiny bit, but if he's playing right here, it's not going to flash him at all. So now that we have that part, that flash is from player number 2. Now the big part about throwing this flash is when you throw this flash right here, you're going to throw it, run, and you're going to check. Now when I mean check, I want you to check if there is an opper pointed at you right here on quad. Because no one has been visible yet. All they know is there's a strat coming in. So if an opper is posted right here, waiting for someone, the main two things he's going to see is by this trajectory line. If he's like one zoomed, he's going to see the flash. And if he's not going to see the flash. Now, when that comes in, the two things he can do as an opper, as far as I know right now, is he can, if he's one scoped, he can either wait for you to run out, because most people run out with the flash. That's why it's a pop flash. Or he'll be double scoped and he won't see the flash. And so whenever you're throwing this flash right here, it's going to give you the opportunity to go, check, jump, and get in this position right here. This is where you want to be as player number 2 after you throw that flash. Because when that flash is thrown, he is going to have to either take the opportunity to turn away and get back here, where he's not going to be able to take any fights right now, or he's going to want to wait for you to peek, and whenever you're going to jump, and he's going to have to hit an amazing flick, which people will do, and you might die, but the whole part of this is so that when we have you jumping and taking that risk of that peek, and he flick shots or he gets away, player number 1, you have been right here the whole time. What you're going to do is when that pop flash goes out, let me throw it again so you can see the trajectory and whatnot. When that pop flash goes out and he runs over here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna be up on this wall and you're just gonna boom, 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 boom. Kind of like jiggle peeking and shooting. And if you don't know what I'm doing, just to explain for anybody that's new or doesn't know what I'm doing, I'm going out, and whenever I get to this area right here, I press my A key, so I stop my movement and just fire. And this will either take out anybody, like if player 2 is like, he throws the flash, oh, there's someone on quad opping, he just shot at me. Or if he dies, well, obviously there's a guy opping quad. So what they're gonna do is you're just gonna peek out and fire. Whether you hit it or not, you got the fire on him. So now that we have that done, this area is either this guy's a god and taking out everybody, or you got over here and you've given out information, and this guy is either taking this guy out of the fight but making him back up for a couple seconds and finding a new position, or you just one-tapped him, basically. Like, going out here and taking a spray battle is not a good idea in this situation, because by that time he's probably adjusted and ready to fire again, and he's going to be away from that guy, because this guy over here now is not visible to quad. This guy over here is not visible to quad, so he's going to be shooting at you next. So you're going to either be taking these pop shots, or you're just going to be hiding away again. Because we don't want to come out and spray, because, like, for me, example, I have a very bad spray, so coming out and spraying is not going to line up the shots that it needs to be, and he can fire and shoot again. So player 1, after he peeks and says, hey, there's an op quad, or I just died from quad op, like, you're going to just come out and start taking peeks. And even if you don't get your first one right, just keep doing it. Like, you could come out and you can end up shooting this thing, just adjust. Once you adjust, just start taking shots on him. And if you need to practice your, like your movement for that, like coming out, stopping, and then shooting, like getting your velocity to 0, like all my shots right now are lining up in this area right here. And this is the general area where a head would be if the guy was opping this area. Like if he's crouched or if he's up, you're still taking body shots, and if he's up, you can just adjust like your crosshair a little bit to get up. Or if you're taking multiple shots, by the time he like has a chance to fire again, you're gonna have those shots on him. So now that we've got that down, quad is out of the situation for a couple seconds. So now we have to be quick. You have to be quick on the strat. The strat is all about timing, really. So this is where player 2 comes back into play. Player 1, you've done your job as of right now. So we're gonna go back to this flash over here. When player 2 throws this flash and he checks, there's a guy over there at quad. Now you're on this position right here. You jumped over here. Your main job is taking a guy out here or seeing if there is a guy here. Whenever you jump over here, we're going to take the flash again. Flashing. There's a guy quad. Try not to get flashed by that. I have a very bad job of doing it because I'm just playing around. And when you do that, you're going to jump over here, reset your velocity, and spray that down, or you're just going to take shots at it if there's a guy standing up there. Now, me saying that, because if I was to put a bot, let me just retrace my steps so I can get a better explanation of what I'm wanting to do. If I want to do that, don't have your back turned, make sure you check that. If I'm landing right here, or coming right here, that way I can get a wide peek on this guy, because all this is smoked off right now. This is not worried about, you're not going to get shot from here. If you come here and there's a guy right here, he is flashed, and you can take him out, which he's standing in the same general area as where this guy will be, so this guy is down if he's standing right here, because this is smoked off, he cannot see through here. He's either going to have to be up here to see you in this position, or up there. So now that we have that down, this guy, if there was a guy sitting in the corner right here, still can't see you. The only thing that he knows is that someone's crossed. So this is your area right now. And when that's taken down, if I was to put a bot right here on this little thing right here, bot right here, and we have smokes down, smoke 1, smoke 2, and I was to go up here like I was playing this position, if I can make the jump before the smokes go away, if I'm playing this position right here, like, he's going to be looking in this general direction, but when the smoke comes out, when the actual smoke comes out, because that wasn't a good, I was doing it yesterday, when you throw this smoke right here, and you aim for this position right here, and you run and throw, this smoke takes basically that guy from seeing you. It's almost like a one-way smoke. Like, if this guy is up here playing this position, I cannot see the bot. That's the only part right there that I can see of the bot. It's his head right here. And if I was to put a bot right here on the corner like he was playing it, we'll take this bot away. I can't aim. Yeah, I can. If we were to throw that smoke again, the one that covers off forklift, and we were to throw it right here, run and throw, when that smoke's out, you can see this guy very well. I'm standing at the same spot the bot was. I can see this guy really well, but compared to where that bot was just standing, he can barely see the tip of my head, so which means you have such more visibility over this guy to shoot that guy right here than he does to shoot you right here. And now once you've got that guy covered, you go out here, check this spot. Like, once you spray that down, if there's no one there, you spray that down, because once you get right here, this guy can't see you anymore. So you get right here, check this spot. No one right there. Okay, now what your job is if there's no one right there, is you're coming right over here and you're pressing your face up against this little tire thing. I guess it's, I don't know. Whatever it is, you're pressing your face up against right here with your gun out. And you're going to want to be aiming right here for either quad or like, you're going to want to be like checking your aim back and forth for these positions right here. Because these positions are where you're vulnerable. But what we're aiming for is a guy to be playing right here, or we're aiming for a guy to be already dead in this position, or if he's not already dead in this position, to re-peek this position, or to be coming around here. So now when we say that, your face is pressed up against this right here, and you're going to be looking here, here, and here. And if you really need to, here, if he flicks out right there and you're looking like any of these positions, you flick to him and you spray. You flick to him and you spray. I don't have the ability to do that as well as most people, but most people, if you're like good at the game, unlike me, you will have the ability to flick right there. So basically, you're going to be face pressed up here, and you're going to be aiming at one of these positions. 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably reverse because those are the least important. So you're going to want to be sitting right here. Now, the reason you're sitting right there is if we have these smokes thrown again, let me put a bot up here on this position, like face pressed. That's basically face pressed. So when we have these smokes, let me throw them again so I can get the perfect representation, because if I don't throw them right, they're so weird. We're going to have this smoke, and we're going to have this smoke. Now when we have these two smokes, and you're face pressed, all of forklift is taken away, so you don't need to be worried about forklift. And as a corner guy, I can once again barely see this bot that's standing right there. I only was able to shoot him because I knew where he was. I was not able to see that bot in general. So if you don't kill a guy up here, or if a guy rotates from forklift up here, he's going to be looking in this general area, which is not where you're going to be at. You're going to be right here, and he's not going to be able to see you. The only way he's going to be able to see you is if he runs up here like this, and still it's going to be kind of slim because there's going to be smokes right here. But by that time, you're going to already have a second person that's going to, player 1 is going to be around here, and if he runs up here, he's dead. As long as player 1 is able to make that shot, he's dead. So now with face pressed up right here, you're not visible to this spot, this spot, this spot, this spot, or this spot. The only spots you are available to are the spots you were looking at, which is the only spot that you're available is right here, right here, right here, and right here. Because all this is smoked off, all this is smoked off, and this guy up here cannot see you, and if he goes over here on this, he's dead. So now with your face pressed up against here, this is where player 3 comes into the action. Player 3 that was sitting right here the whole time, making sure no one pushed in, he's now going to get up here with the flash, line himself up on the door like this, and he's going to aim to like the middle of this. Like if you were to line up the smoke, you're going to aim in the middle, like place your crosshair on the door, aim a little to the right so you don't hit the door, and run and throw. Now this flash is key to what player 2 is doing. So if a player is playing right here in this corner, where a lot of players like to play on A-takes, I see a lot of players doing that on pugs or anything in general, this flash is going to pop right here. And a lot of players like to play up here, play down here. Now when this flash pops, he's going to have that much of the line to see it hit the ground and pop. Now the whole point of it is we want this guy to either be flashed or we want him to turn around. Because that is why player 2, why is there a go? There's player 2 right here, and player 2, when that flash goes out, that flash is behind you. So whenever that flash hits the, like, when he says, okay, I'm throwing the flash, you count like let's see how long it needs to pop. Whenever this thing pops, let's count it out. Throw it, 1, 2, 3. So basically at 2.5 seconds, and you get to 2, you strafe over, and the big part about this is you don't want to get up close like this, because if you do that, you're totally available to this guy if he's standing right here. And that is what we do not want. We want you to get right here with your face pressed against, and you just hold S, strafe, and you just, like, if there's a guy right here, dude, he's dead. Like, he's flashed or turned around, and you have, because you count the 2.5, so 1, 2, and that guy is dead. He's either turn around or flash, and he has no ability to kill you unless you completely whiff. Now, a guy right here, if he repeaks this position, he's going to be able to, basically, he'd be able to take you, but by this time, you're going to have guy right here, and if this is smoked off, he's going to either be working into here, and if you say, yo, there's a guy quad, he's down. Or I'm trying to get, I'm doing this kind of wrong order. So, okay, this is the other important part. This is where it sounds weird now because you sound like you're open to quad and stuff, but the whole point about this is when you come over here and strafe, this guy technically should already be down because of the squeaky guy that we haven't talked about yet. So when you get this kill, or if this guy comes around and peeks, because this guy is going to be just like, yo, dude, I'm flash. So if this guy's not already down, or he's peeking in this position right here, you'll have a second guy helping you. So basically, let's talk about the squeaky guy real quick, which is going to be player 4 in this instance. So when you're player 3 and you throw your smoke, blah, 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 you throw your flash, we're backtracking now, when you throw your flash and you jump around and you check, better than I just did. When you're right here, squeaky guy is going to be here if no one's pushed out or pushed into squeaky, be right here. And when that flash pops, boom, squeaky guy opens and he starts shooting. So basically at this point, you're going to have this guy shooting right here at this angle, making sure there's no one there. And whenever there's no one there, he's going to get over here on this wall and check this corner right here. And then also the squeaky player, which is player 4, is going to be putting shots on here. And the thing about this position is, this guy could not shoot 2 people at the same time. So if he is right here and he focuses on you, because Squeaky's not open until Squeaky's not open and shooting until you're already shooting, or at the same time almost. So this guy is probably going to be more focused on you being the fact you shot first. So whenever he's shooting first at you, Squeaky guy is going to open up, and no matter how far he backs up, Squeaky guy can basically take him out. And if he falls down the ladder, he's smoked off because the smokes are still up at this point. So when this guy is shooting at this guy, you basically have 2 people shooting on this corner. Now this is where this second pop flash gets real, because you're gonna move up when that guy's down, and you're gonna be checking for this angle and this angle. You're basically gonna be holding right here, while this guy is holding this area as well. Basically right here, right here, and right here. So you're gonna have a guy perched right here on the door because this is still smoked off, and the rotation should not be over here by yet. The rotations on B should be coming over to car, A main, or up highway. And by that time, the smokes are still there, and there's no way a guy is up here. Unless the guy's speed hacking or they send in rotations like before you even throw the strat, there's no way a guy's going to be up here. So this guy should be able to be safe, perch watching this and this for if the opper repeaks if he's not already down. Or if the forklift guy comes around, this is basically where he's going to try to get at. Or if the forklift guy goes up there, like I've already explained, he's dead. So when you're watching this area right here, you have the squeaky guy doing this. So that's when this pop flash comes out. You do that, and you fire on this guy. Now, squeaky guy has been watching this the whole time. So if you die right there because you whiff, squeaky guy can come around. But what we're looking for is that you kill that guy. So when you do this, squeaky guy can push around here, and that guy's down. This is still smoked off. And you come around here like this, and if there's an opper still alive some magical way, this guy's down. And you might think, oh, I'm open right here because of that smoke. No, this is where player 3 comes into the play. He's already thrown that second pop flash, the one that was right here, that's going to get you out into the area to kill that guy corner. But when he throws this flash, what he's going to do is he's going to throw the flash, and he's going to come around over here. He doesn't need to be checking anything. Once he gets right here, this smoke is what he's going to throw, because he should have, this is like a full buy strat, so everybody's going to have what they need. So this corner right here is what you're aiming for. Well, basically aiming for. You're going to pert yourself up in this corner right here. You don't need to be lined up with anything as long as you're in the corner. You want to line up your crosshair right here with the left click throw, and you're going to line it up on the corner, you're going to aim to the right so that way you don't hit it, and you're going to run and throw just like all the other smokes. Now when you run and throw that, this takes out everything. The only way a guy from this area is going to be able to see you if he rotates up is he's going to be able to see the guy quad here, which is not what I wanted. I actually threw kind of bad smoke on that, so I'm going to rethrow the smoke when this goes away, because by this time a guy shouldn't be rotated there anyway, but we're going to throw it up, line it up to the right, kind of far away. Like in my crosshair, the little point on the left is touching the right corner we were originally aiming, so you're going to run and throw. Now when you run and throw that the correct way, the only available areas to this guy to go is he cannot see quad, which you're running around, player 2 is running around, and player 4, Squeaky, is running around. They're both running around taking off this area right here. So this guy cannot, the only way this guy is able to see is through toxic barrels, which one isn't a very choice that people make a lot, and the guy shouldn't really be up here by this time. So I don't know how other players will play, but if he comes right here with this smoke down, no one's going to be right here. No one's going to be in this area for him to see. So basically he's just going to be sitting here waiting. Now, whenever we have the guys down here at quad, whoever has bomb, which will probably be player 1 or player 2, no, it'll probably actually be Squeaky player. Squeaky player will probably have the bomb in this instance, so that way whenever we get like the thing cleared out here, he's going to be able to come around here, and you're going to want to plant for A main, like in this position right over here. So you're going to want to plant in this area for A main, and you're either going to want to put 2 players here in Squeaky, depending on if a player has the op, because in this position as well, you can be the first shot that player 1's taking from over here. You can also be done with an op. You can come out, crouch peek, and take the guy out if, you know, it's an op-on-op battle. So depending on who has the op, you can be over here, 2 players behind here, and you can boost up. Or what you can do is you can have this planted for right here. You can put a guy here. It doesn't matter who. Probably a rifle, more in this case, most likely a rifle. And then you can have your other guy here spotting. For like, if you see a guy here, you're not taking any fights. Basically, at this point, you're just jiggle peeking, spotting for information. Because if a guy runs up here, you're going to see it, and this guy can know, okay, I'm about to take a fight, he's about to be up close, come out, take the fight, get the kill. Or if the guy's coming up here, you know, and your guy right here doesn't have to peek, you don't have to peek back here. And then player 1 is going to be, basically whenever the strat's done, and not done, but like that guy's over here fighting. So when we pop flash to take out the corner, player 1, you've been over here just doing like the quick jiggle work the whole time, taking this out. So whenever this guy's up here and moving to over there and Squeaky player's out, this area should be clear. Unless, you know, a guy runs up here, which this is where you just kind of like creep yourself around, peek out, and see if anybody's up here. If someone's up here, you take this guy down. Now, when you're up here, when you're here, this is still all smoked off. At this point, everything's still smoked off for player 1. So player 1, you're going to walk around, and you're going to most likely perch yourself up in this corner and check to see if there's any guys in this area. Because this is still smoked off when you're doing this, and this is still smoked off. So if a guy's still here for some odd reason, you're basically player 1, you're taking the risk of getting shot by a player that's still standing there for no reason, which really I don't see why, but you're taking the risk. Or if there's no one here, you can jump up to here and get yourself perched right here. Now the reason I say get perched right there is because when this smokes down, that's kind of a bad representation, but when that guy's right here, you don't really have to be worried about this. If a guy comes right here, it's going to be very slim that he sees your head if he jumps over toxic barrels. Or if a guy comes up here, you're going to be able to see him, react, and kill him. Which also is probably going to be very rare because of the mid lurker that I was talking about earlier that's going to be covering off all this stuff. So basically, when you're perched right here, your main thing that you're watching is basically car or truck. All you're watching is truck for if an opper comes around. And I'll show you what the op, in my opinion, will be doing. Once again, I don't know everything about it, but if I was an opper, I've seen, and while watching pro stuff, like, they come around here, check this area right here, check this area right here. They want to check their angles, and by the time that they're right here, you've already seen this guy. Like, if we're putting a bot right here, checking the corners right here. Let me pick up my AK again. if you're right here, by the time that guy peeks you, like for me, it's kind of blurry, but I still can tell the difference between like not being there and being there. So by the time that guy gets around checking that angle, you've already seen him, take him out. Again, I don't have great aim, so who cares? But by this time, you're able to see this guy or call it out. And if you miss the shot, you can always back down to right here, play this area right here, to where if truck guy knows that you're in this area but can't do anything about you. So if he tries to move up, he's either gonna have to take the shot on you, and by the time that he's up here in this area, he's gonna be focused so much time on you, there's gonna be no time for a bomb defuse almost. Or basically someone from here is gonna be able to peek out and get him, or your guy right here is gonna be able to peek out and get him, depending on the spotting. So now at this point, this is our post plant positions. We have player 1, you've ended up right here looking up here at truck. Player 2, you're either here waiting for a spot or for someone to walk around, and you're taking the fights right there. Player 3, or not player 3, player 4, squeaky player, you're over here just spotting for truck if truck walks up. And if you have no information, like at this point, highway should be smoked off, so spotting here isn't really going to do you any good. So you're basically just spotting or just chilling out here behind quad, but mostly spotting so that way our player 2 can know if he's about to take a fight or not, because no one's going to be able to shoot you unless they're like Kenny S or like Olafmeister with amazing reaction times. It's going to be able to shoot you doing this. If you see him, you back off, and maybe you might even want to just peek this angle to see if like a guy's going to shoot you again at your shoulder. That way player 2 knows if you're spotted. Player 2 can have your spot. And so now player 3, you've thrown this smoke. Player 3, by the time you've thrown this smoke, blah 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 blah, by the time you've thrown this smoke right here, everything's basically done with the strat, and post plant is in position. You're basically just moving into here and holding the flank here, because bomb is planted for you, and you're basically just going to hold the flank however you feel best doing it. I personally like this area right here, or you can honestly even play right here. I don't know, it's up to you. You know, players make their own decisions, so I'm not going to point out a certain position for this post plant, but you're basically holding the flank. Bomb's planted for you. If it comes down to a 1v1 somehow, you're in A main, you can wait for a defuse, peek out, take the guy out. So you're basically the clutch player in this situation and the flank holder. So now that we have this, basically the strat is already basically worked, because once you're alert guy over here, when everybody's rotating, you don't need to worry about your back right here, because if he rotates around, you know, you're basically a sacrifice in this position. You just cause more time for them to worry about you, which, you know, people will die. So honestly, at this, like when I make strats, I don't care about strats for statistics, I care about strats for winning. So if a guy has killed you in this area, he's focused time on you, which is 2 to 3 seconds, which means he's already lost 2 to 3 seconds trying to get you, or focused on you, like reacting to you. Because no one's just going to run through here and be like, oh, there's a guy mid, you know, someone else take him out. No, he's going to go for it himself. So basically at this point, you've wasted 2 to 3 seconds. If you've gotten up here, taken out a guy highway trying to climb up the ladder and thing, you've gotten in here, basically someone will have to try to rotate the highway to see you anyway by the time you're up here. So if you do that, you can always call out, hey, there's a guy coming up through mid area, which means we know we need to watch for highway, or we need to watch for coming, well, honestly, in this point, only highway. And if you're in here, by the time op is rotating the truck, if there wasn't already one there anyway, basically, you're going to be able to boom, take him out, B rotators are gone. So at this point, really the post plant positions are kind of like you just helped save the round. Like you've stabbed everybody in the back, you're the hero of this round. And so that's basically the strat. I'll run through it one more time very quickly, so that way you can just get a refresher, because I'm very bad at explaining things that I try to do. So we're going to have player 1, so basically we're going to have 3 players in A main, 1 player in squeaky, and 1 player looking at B. Player 3, you're going to come perched up right back here. Player 2, you're going to be perched around this area right here, so player 3 can get a shot. Or player 2, you're going to want to be right here, so that way you can get the headshot angle. And player 3 will be perched up around here, so this guy's going to have too many options to get more than 1 kill. Player 1, you're in this area right here. Alright, player 1, you line up right here in the middle, throw your smoke, and you get up on this wall right here. Player 2, you come from this area right here. You're going to get up here very quickly, we have to be fast on this strat, and you're gonna aim for right here, like pretty low on the door. You're gonna run and throw. One step, run, throw. If you do it correctly, which I didn't, this probably won't be very visible like earlier. So when player 2, when you've thrown your smoke right there, you're gonna back up after you've run and throw, and you're gonna get set up for this one. And what you're gonna do is you're going to line up with this spot right here, run, flash, check, call guide quad, not quad, and you're aiming at the spot right here. Player 1, when that flash gets thrown, you're out peeking, taking the shot. If there's a guy quad, if there's a guy peeking quick corner, you take out the guy quick corner, and half the strat's already eliminated because you've already done the hard work. So now that we've got that down, whenever player 3 hits right here, aiming at this spot right here, squeaky player, you've been sitting in here if a guy hasn't already killed you, or if you've killed a guy in here, they already know you're squeaky, but it doesn't really matter. You sit right here and you wait for that flash to pop, and then boom, you're open up the door, taking out here. Smokes are still down here, they can't see you, so you're taking out that guy right here. Once that guy is down out right there, you're gonna creep around. Honestly, you kind of want to just like sit on this door right here, and boom, boom, and boom. This is your areas that you watch. Now player 2, you've gotten up right here, guy is either down or not there anymore, and you're checking this angle to make sure no one's gonna kill you right there. This guy has been flashed. You don't need to worry about this area right here. Truck's smoked off. This is smoked off. This guy is your only concern. You get right here. This guy is your only concern. And then when that happens, you're going to get up right here, face pressed against this, and watch this angle. And that's basically the only angle you really need to watch unless Squeaky Eye dies. Then you need to be concerned about this angle right here, right here, right here, right here, and right here. So this is your position right here after that goes down. Squeaky Eye, you're right here, watching this, 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 and if you need to trade right there, trade. And now player 3, you come into the mix, you get up on the door, line up yourself with this, you're gonna aim in the middle, aim to the right a little bit, run, throw, and once you throw that, you're getting over here and you're starting to throw the smoke. Like, don't worry about your other teammates right here, you just get right here, line up your smoke and throw it. When that flash comes out, player 2, you're gonna strafe with your S key, get the kill right here, and once you get the kill, run around. When you run, check your spot right here, check your spot right here, and then you hit this area up right here. Squeaky player, when that guy's down, or if your teammate dies, you trade. You run around this area right here. If your teammate dies from right here, you quick instantly trade. The opera guy should be down or not in the fight anymore right now, so then you come around here, pinch this guy, opera's down. So now when you get here, player 2, you can post plant right here if you're not dead. Player 3, or player 4, squeaky player, you can post right here, start spotting. Player 3, you're just chilling out here in A main after you've thrown your smoke, waiting for a rotate or some sort. Player 1, while this is going on, after you've already done this, when that second flash comes out, you're going to be creeping around here, make sure no one's creeping around here or anything. And you're going to take the risk and go in here. If no one's here, you're going to get up here like this, perch yourself up right here, watch truck, and if a guy comes up here, watch this. Basically, that's the strat for everybody on A main. Lurker, just in case I didn't explain it clear enough earlier. I just got myself stuck. Lurker, you're going to come around here. You're going to run into here at the start of the round. You're going to sit here for a second, check, make sure no one peeks you, and you're going to get right here, make sure no one's opping right there, like a quick strafe or bunny hop or something. Make sure no one's peeking, and then when you have that area right there available, you smoke that off. And then you're just going to kind of start, the strat started by now, so you're going to start working your way over here. And you're just going to check your angles, no one right here, no one right here, no one right here. No one right here, no one right here, no one right here, no one right there. So you're going to start working your way up. Everybody should be rotated by now. Check your sandbags in this area right here so this guy can't see you. Check your highway, and if no one's highway, then you can move up into here. Check your angle, and then wait right here for the rotates coming through CT all the way up to truck. So that's basically the strat, guys. Sorry if it's really cluttery and like I explained it very like weird and you guys might not understand as well, but this is the first time I'm ever explaining a strat. I understood what I said. I'm a odd person, I guess, because I'm a very clustered person, but that's basically the strat. Hopefully you guys can understand it. If not, you guys can watch it back a couple times. Look for where your player is supposed to be. I explained all the positions outright in one video because I just wanted you to know, like, if you're on a team or you're in my team that I'm making the strat for, you can have every position known, so you can always be like, okay, whoever go watch this, or whoever play position 1, whoever play position 4, whoever go lurk, so that way everybody can have their positions known. Kind of like if you're playing a sport, you want to know every position just in case someone sends you into wide receiver even though you're a running back, kind of deal like that. Or if you're playing soccer, I don't know soccer positions, but if you're playing a certain position and they say, you know, we need you in a different position because someone got hurt, basically like that. Like if a stand-in comes in, you need to play position 3 instead of position lurk, then you're basically, you know everything. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys enjoy the strat. It's first time ever making a strat, so it's probably not as great as a lot of other strats, but I put a little bit of time in this, and if I wanted to start out and doing this anyway, coming up with strats and things like that. So there's a first time for everything, and the first is usually the worst. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.